Hi guys, this is Anne's workshop and today we are talking about a very annoying issue that I've been encountering on my recently updated unsupported Mac, which is a mid-2012 Mac that is running macOS 13.3 thanks to OpenCore Legacy Patcher. And the problem that I've been encountering, as you can see, is related to iMovie. When you are trying to play anything inside, whatever video that you are importing, and you are trying to play it or to do anything with it, it will just render completely black. And if you're trying to mess up with any of the video options, for example, crop it or change the tone of the video or add anything, any effect, it will just completely crash iMovie and that's it. So yeah, this is what I've been encountering. A little bit of context. It is a mid-2012 mid-2012 MacBook Pro 15 inch, and it's running macOS 13.3 OpenCore Legacy Patcher 0.6.2. So yeah, I've been trying to figure out, for example, I've been trying to play the videos itself in other softwares like QuickTime, for example, just to see if it's running normally, and it does run perfectly. I've been trying various options in iMovie as well. It doesn't change anything. I've been trying to figure out using, for example, changing the resolution or the qualities of the video or the compression settings, and try various exports of a movie just to see how it will render in the end. And it happens to render also completely empty movies. So yeah, this is a pretty bad issue that I've been encountering. You can see here, for example, that it renders something completely green or empty. So it does not only affect the playback of the video, it also affects the way iMovie uses this playback to export a content, whatever content you want to export. I've also been trying to use various capture tools, not to capture only a screen. For example, trying to capture the camera just to see if it changes the way medias are played back inside of iMovie, and it also doesn't change anything. So yeah, at that point I was completely hopeless because I well, obviously it means that it's not related to the way the video is registered itself. I've been also trying to use, for example, Handbrake, which allows to change various encoding settings of your video. So just trying, for example, to change your encoding format to MP4, just trying to yeah, basically try various things to figure out if it's related somehow to the way your video is encoded. And this also doesn't change anything in the end. Pretty much the same result. Whatever settings you would use, it just doesn't change anything. So yeah, I've been trying pretty much everything at that point, and I was getting a little bit hopeless. So I've touched anything I could as well on every forum, on everything I could, on every resource I could find related to this bug, and there is not much in the end. So yeah, there is a good chance that if you're using an unsupported Mac and you've recently upgraded it to 13.3 Ventura using OpenCore Legacy Patcher, there is a good chance that you are actually encountering this bug. I've been also trying to mess up with my graphic processor, for example, using G Switch. You know that if you are using both an integrated and a dedicated GPU, macOS has the ability to switch between the integrated one and the dedicated one when it wants to, depending on the software that you are using. G Switch have the ability to change it to force what kind of graphic processor you are using. So you can say, for example, I want to use only the dedicated GPU, or I want to use only the integrated GPU. This is installable with Homebrew, so it's very easy to install. And after that, you can just start it and set it to whatever graphic settings you want to see if it changed anything as well. So I've been also messing with this, and it doesn't change anything to my iMovie issue. So yeah, completely hopeless at that point. I've also been looking, for example, at my processor information, at what is detected, for example, by video proc converter. Like a little bit of software to see if what you are using, what options that you are using is matching what it is supposed to have, what your processor is supposed to have. And with using that, I did not find anything interesting as well. All my what was supposed to be supported by my CPU and GPU was indeed correctly matching with what it was supposed to be. I've also been messing with ICC color profiles because somehow I thought that it might be related to the color profile of my screen. And something interesting that I found using this is that changing the color profile would prevent iMovie to launch completely. So yeah, very annoying. I've been using some script that I found to change the ICC profile settings because um, another very annoying option that you might encounter at that point is when you change your ICC color profile, it prevents it to launch your setting applications, your macOS settings application completely. And finally, I've been wondering if it could be related to OpenCore Legacy Patcher itself, and I figured out that in fact it does. There is the very recent, in fact 16 hours ago, 0.6.4 OpenCore Legacy Patcher version, and it fixes a lot of little issues with this very specific Mac model. Which is mid-2012, using Ivy Bridge and NVIDIA Kepler graphic cards. So yeah, I just pretty much replaced my OpenCore Legacy patcher. So you would have to download that latest release of OpenCore Legacy patcher, install it. Of course, build your new OpenCore Legacy patcher version to your boot partition. So you'll have a first reboot, and after that you also have to install the new root patch version. You will see that when you open again your OpenCore Legacy patcher, you will have new versions of patches for NVIDIA Kepler and so on. So as soon as you build that back, it basically fixes all my issues that I've been encountering with iMovie. So another reboot here, and after that I've been able to use iMovie without any glitch again. I've checked also that it fixes any issue that I could have with my macOS setting app and my ICC profile. And it also fixes absolutely everything. So yeah, if you are using an old unsupported Mac with OpenCore Legacy Patcher 0.6.2 and you've recently upgraded your macOS to Ventura 13.3, there is a very good chance that you are in fact encountering this bug and that you need to upgrade your OpenCore Legacy Patcher version to solve this problem. So yeah, if you could think that it's a very like a very small change in this version, but in fact it seems very important to keep up to date your version of OpenCore Legacy Patcher, because of course this is still an ongoing development, and it means that as soon as bugs are encountered, and of course macOS 13.3 is still very recent, some of those bugs will be corrected over time. So it's very important to keep your version of OpenCore Legacy Patcher up to date as much as you can. So that's it for this little video on this very annoying bug. I hope this helped you a lot. And if so, just leave a like or comment or consider subscribing to my channel. It will help me share with you additional content that I want to share in the future. Thanks a lot, and see you next time.